wanted to try something new, but something inside you held you back. Maybe your heart was beating faster than usual. Maybe your hands were a little unsteady. And perhaps a quiet voice inside your mind whispered, "What if I fail?" If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. In fact, that moment right there, between fear and action, is where confidence is truly born. A few years ago, I entered a talent show for drawing. I loved how my ideas and imagination came to life on paper. I was excited until I heard one small detail. Every participant had to come on stage and explain their work to the audience. Suddenly, my confidence disappeared. My mind filled with doubts. And for a moment, I seriously considered quitting. Then, I came across a perspective that changed everything. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, but refusing to let fear make the decisions for you. So I decided to try. I practiced explaining my drawing. First, alone in my room. Then, in front of my family. At first, it felt awkward. Sometimes, I stumbled over my words. But each time I practiced, my fear became smaller and my confidence became stronger. Not all at once, but little by little. On the day of the talent show, once they called my name, I walked onto the stage. My heart was still beating fast, but I took a deep breath and started speaking. I explained the story behind my drawing, the imagination behind the lines on paper. And when I finished, I felt a wave of pride. Not because everything was perfect, but because I had done something I once believed I could not do. I had chosen courage. By the end of the show, I even received the prize. But for me, the real prize was something much greater. It was the discovery that confidence doesn't suddenly arrive like magic. It grows. It grows every time we try something new. Every time we attempt something difficult. Every time we refuse to let fear have the final words. Consider the mindset of elite athletes. They don't succeed because they never fail. They succeed because they don't let the possibility of failure stop them. Fear is not a sign of weakness. Fear is a sign that something matters. And as we move forward, despite that fear, we expand what we believe is possible. So the next time you feel hesitant about trying something new, whether it's sharing a new idea, starting a new project, or stepping into an unfamiliar opportunity, remember this. You don't need to be completely confident to begin. You only need to be brave enough to take the first steps, then another, then another. Confidence is built through small, brave decisions. And over time, those decisions shape who we become. So when the voice asks again, "What if I fail?" Answer it with another question. "But what if I succeed?" Thank you.